Aaron, get over here.
Hello everybody, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be teaching you how to play competitive Pokemon. Anyways, so we're going to be teaching y'all how to do competitive Pokemon. Now in competitive Pokemon, there are, let's start with the types of teams that you will be seeing.
Using better pets and hats will
let's actually start at the base of the base. How to get to this website in the frickin' first place. Easiest crap. You go up here, Google, Safari, or Internet Explorer, whatever you have. And then you click Pokemon Showdown. And then this, and then this. And just look at that. You're here, you click play online, and you are at this area. Now, bucko. Alright, now you gotta start with over here. Now there looks to be a lot of things. The background won't look like this, there'll be some other background. But, can you, like, turn down the sound a little bit? Thank you. And now there looks like to be a lot of buttons to press, but there's only a few that matter. Team Builder, the format button here, Battle. Alright? At least on the home page. Once you get to the Team Builder, should look something. There should not be any teams that you have. So you click New Team, and then you should get here. Alright? And then now, you have no Pokemon, right? So click Select a Format, and choose whatever format you want. Now today we're going to be talking about the most popular format, OU. Actually, we're going to talk about UU, because, you know, OU is overused. People talk about it a lot. So, if you want to learn about OU, go over there. But, it's UU time, baby. And now that you have clicked UU, or whatever format you wanted, click Add Pokemon. And now, you got all these Pokemon to choose from. You can go below UU if you want, but you cannot go above UU. You know, you can use all these Pokemon. Sure, you could use Zubat. Why would you use Zubat? I don't know, but you could use it. That's the... Alright. Now we can talk about stats. This is the base stat total. So, this teaches y'all, like, not exactly which Pokemon is the best, but overall, like, what are they good? Are they good? You know, are they good Pokemon? Alright? Anything too low should not be accounted for. As you can see here, around the 400 base stat totals is a very low for UU standards. Like, you'll see Pokemon such as Sock, Absol, Travantula, and these are all PU to ZU Pokemon, maybe a little bit of RU and UU. RU thrown in, but there's rarely any UU Pokemon here. Now, just because there is a UU Pokemon here, that doesn't mean they're bad. Like, let's take Darmanitan, for example. 480 base stat total looks pretty weak, until you look at its stat spread and realize, wait a minute, this thing's cracked. 140 base attack, 95 speed is great. You hit like a truck, and you're pretty fast, too. So, you can go for adding your speed with Choice Scarf, or maybe adding damage with like a Band or Life Orb. Also got Sheer Force, which boosts your damage. And Darmanitan actually looks like a really solid Pokemon. Suddenly. So that's why you shouldn't always consider the base stat total. Instead, you should consider what your team is looking for. Alright? This is pretty important. Think of which style you want to build. So, there are a few types out there. 4 types: Stall, Hyper Offense, Bulky Offense, and Balance. We're going to be teaching you my favorite team. My favorite setup, which is the mix of Bulky Offense and Hyper Offense to create a type of offense that can stay back and defend while dishing out damage, or go all out and punish you for and just absolutely berate the opponent. So let's use some random Pokemon that I think would be good here. I'm not going to talk too much about why I choose them. But I'm going to give you some small descriptions. Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr's got good bulk, solid defense, okay special defense. Actually, it's not very good. Not very good special defense, but it's fine because it's got 140 attack and big HP stat. Meaning it can live hits still pretty easily. It's a pretty bulky Pokemon. It's got great abilities. And we'll talk about abilities maybe in a future episode. And yeah, I can run a bunch of items such as Assault Vest, Choice Band, a Life Orb, Leftovers. Yeah, it's got a lot of ideas. It could go bulky offense, or it could go for more of a hyper offense.
And cheerful.
It could go for like a bulkier set with setup moves such as Bulk Up, or it can go all out with something like Guts or Choice Band.
Like Strangers and is very loyal.
Alright, next up is going to be Gyarados. Gyarados is a pretty good Pokemon.
Has a lot of
Intimidate to lower the opponent's attack, meaning this defense stat is actually going to be bolstered. They're making pretty good defense stat along with its good special defense and big attack stat and good HP, making it a pretty bulky Pokemon with good speed as well. This is why Gyarados is one of the best Pokemon out there. It's very well rounded and it's very good. And Intimidate isn't the only ability you can go for. Intimidate is more for a bulky Gyarados set, you know, with maybe a Choice Band or like Curse. Nobody wants Curse Gyarados though, I'll tell you why later. But Moxie is what most, Intimidate could be like a Rocky helmet set.
Hey, wait for me.
It could be a Dragon Tail with, a Dragon Tail set maybe, or maybe a Dragon Tail from their whip set. But if they're running some, it could be a band set too, or Scarf to be like just out the gate offense. That works with Intimidate as well. However, the band set as well works with Intimidate.
Right here,
But if you want offensive Gyarados, you always want Moxie, right? Moxie Gyarados is going to be super good. And then you can utilize Dragon Dance. Dragon Dance boosts its attack speed by 1.5. And this will turn Gyarados into a monster on offense. So yeah, you can, let's just run a Focus Sash set to make sure if the holder's HP is full, survive attack that would KO it at 1 HP. Let's say they hit you with a 4-time super effective Thunderbolt, and that normally would probably kill you. However, if you got a Focus Sash, you'll live the attack at 1 HP, and then you'll be able to get a Dragon Dance up and Earthquake, that electric type, and kill it. Or at least do big damage, right?
Shit.
Aqua Tail, Waterfall, and let's just do a classic set. Dragon Dance, Ice Fang, Earthquake, and Waterfall. Now you might be asking, why are you not using Flying type move? Flying type move would give you Stab, and okay, let's slow down for a second. You might be absorbing a bit too much knowledge. You might be like, what's Stab? Same type attack bonus. If your move is the same type as you, water type, as you can see here.
Hey, dude.
And Gyarados is also a water type.
I want to say
then that will get a damage boost.
I want to say that you're fat.
It will get a damage boost and do more damage than your other moves. So even though Waterfall is a base 80 power move, it's actually after Stab it will be stronger than Earthquake. It will be a 120 base power move, 1.5 bonus with Stab, and Earthquake will only be 100. Now why are you running Ice Fang?
Oh my god, you're using this against me.
Yeah, that's what Stab is. So you might be asking, why are you not using flying type? Why flying type attacks then? Alright. Very simple. Because Gyarados has no good flying type moves. You're gonna go look for flying. And because Gyarados' attack is higher than its special attack, you should be looking for physical flying moves, right? So you can go over here and go physical, and you'll find one move, Bounce. It's not accurate. B, it's low PP. But these don't matter as much as the third one, which really
and then I'll kill her.
breaks this entire idea of Gyarados using Bounce. It's bounces turn 1, hits turn 2. That means the opponent can see your bounce, switch out, send in a Pokemon that can eat the bounce, and then KO you right back. So that's why Gyarados never uses Bounce outside of some niche situations. So yeah, just go for Waterfall, Earthquake, Dragon Dance, Ice Fang. If you're a newbie, of course, you could go a little out of your comfort zone. Maybe go for Crunch, maybe go for Power Whip. Maybe go for Stone Edge for other Gyarados. But yeah, this is the classic set that will work most of the time. Now let's talk about typings, okay? I kind of went off the rail, completely forgot to talk about the type chart. This is probably one of, if not the most important part about Pokemon, the type chart. Research it, please. Alright, now I'm going to zoom in for you guys right here. Look at that. Memorize this type chart. Fire resist fire, and you know, you keep looking down. Not very effective is 50%, so your your damage will be halved. The super effective moves will do double damage, and meaning your attack damage will be doubled. Your normal attacks will do normal damage.
I don't see the cockroaches.
And if it's a 0 here, that means they're immune and they will take 0 damage. What does that mean? Alright, teach you real quick. Earthquake. If you use an Earthquake on a grass type, which resists ground, as you can see right here with its red, then it will do 50 base damage without stab. Super effective damage, such as on electric types, which are weak to ground, as you'll see over here, ground types against electric, boom, super effective. And
we're good.
Then your Earthquake without stab will do 200 damage.
Chill.
And if you hit a flying type, which is a 0, as you can see, then that will mean your Earthquake will do 0 damage. It will not hurt the flying type at all. Of course, there's these situations where some of this doesn't affect, but in 99.99% of all situations,
Bruh, I'm out of here.
This type chart is what you're going to be looking at. Memorize it if you want to be good at this game. Or hell, just play the game without instantly losing every match in the first place. If you don't want to lose every match ever, memorize your type chart. This will go very poorly if you do not at least memorize most of it. Alright, now that is out of the way, we can go back to our team building. Now that I've done a Gyarados build, you might have sneakily seen me done something earlier in the video, which is, when I went to this EV spread, it looks like really tough. We're like, oh, I can drag and drop this stuff.
What is this?
I only have a limit of 512. 508. Oh no, what am I gonna do? Just click this button. 95% of the time it will work, and your Gyarados and your Pokemon should be doing the best it can with its 4 moves and ability and item. Now we're not going to talk about abilities and items yet, because those are really hard to teach, and you guys, I'm saying that you're a complete newbie, just started Pokemon. I don't think so. Y'all should get it. You guys should get it yet. Now it's a bulky slash hyper offense hybrid, and one of the best Pokemon to throw on these types of teams is Mamoswine. Mamoswine, we're gonna go for the Oblivious ability, so that means it can't be intimidated by Pokemon such as Gyarados, which would lower our attack, and that would make our big strong 130 a little less impressive. So we're gonna go for the Oblivious ability. Then we're gonna go for a Choice Band, which will boost our attack from 130 to eclipsing height. So let's say we do 250. Actually, let's lie. I'll show the numbers for you. All right. We go for Icicle Crash, Earthquake for stab, because Mamoswine actually gets good stab.
Oh my God! How did this dog do that?
Stone Edge, and if you're near the Pokemon, always remember 2 combos that work, that are really helpful most of the time. Ground and Rock, and Ice and Electric.
I'm in the air.
These 2 combos will definitely help you out in team building. And if you don't know what moves to use, Ground and Rock are a great combo, and Ice and Electric are a great combo. Because, let's go back to the type chart, see? You use this. Let's go back to the type chart here. Ground, right? Remember, flying is immune to ground, but let's look at Rock. Rock is super effective against flying, right? So that means if you can't hit it with your ground move, you can just slap on your rock move and bang, that flying type is getting knocked out of the sky. Now what can't Rock hit? Let's see here. Let's see here. Ground types. Ground can hit for neutral. Ground and fighting types. Ground can hit for neutral. And if you got a pretty strong ground move such as Earthquake, that's going to be doing big damage. It's still going to be doing, not big damage, good damage. It's still going to be doing pretty solid 20 to 30%, maybe even more if, depending on what Pokemon you're facing. It should do okay, it should do some damage. But the big one is Steel types. Rock types just can't really do much damage to Steel types with their big defense stats eating up Stone Edges and Rock Slides everywhere. And its resistance, big help. You can see Steel's defensive line, and it has 1-0 and like so many reds. Steel is one of the best defensive types in the game, clearly. But Ground is one of the types that can hit it for super effective damage, meaning that Ground and Rock comboing can destroy their resists and immunities together. Alright, you see Ground can also hit Bug. Bug resists Ground. But if you look back down to Rock, that's what Rock beats Bug with Stone Edge. Alright, that does big damage to Bug. And yeah, they combo with each other extremely well. And again, Grass types, Ground can hit for neutral.
Dude, I don't want to
fight. And yeah, it's just a super good typing overall.
I'm gonna get
Ground with 5 super effectives, only 1 immunity and 2 resist is actually very solid. So Ground is one of the best offensive types in the game. Alright, now that we talked about a little bit of that combo, and okay, you can also look at Ice Electric. Ice, the big part is Electric. It can't hit Grass, it can't hit Dragon, it can't hit Electric. Ice hits both Grass and Dragon for super effective and does neutral against Electric. Ice can't hit Water, Electric destroys Water. Electric can also hit Fire, it can also hit Steel, and it can also hit Ice, all the other types that resist Ice for neutral. Meaning Ice and Electric are a pretty good combo when thrown together. Not much resists it. And last move for Mamoswine, you're just going to really go for a physical move. You just... One second, guys. Quick. Quick, stop. Yeah, you're supposed to sign that. I'll put it over there. I'm doing a video. Let's sign, that's good. Yeah. Anyways, we're back. And you can just look over here. Now, Slime could use Heavy Slime. It's not the best move, but you can definitely use it. Iron Head is a lot more consistent. Mamoswine's a heavy Pokemon. It is a Mammoth after all. But, there are other heavier Pokemon out there. Yeah, so that's why I don't really think Heavy Slime's the best move. If you want to go for a Steel type move, go for Iron Head. But personally,
I made it. I finally
not the biggest fan. It's okay. It's a solid play. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not my type. Knockoff, which is one of the best moves in the game, the second best attacking move out there. I'll tell you why. But don't throw it on every Pokemon just because it's the second best attacking move. Don't you dare. On Mamoswine, though, it's actually pretty good. Able to hit the ghost types that sometimes can annoy it. Both the ghost types that aren't really scared of its Ground and Ice combo, which, by the way, is the best offensive combo in the game. Even better than Rock, Ground, and Ice Electric. Ice and Ground don't cover each other as well, but they hit a lot more things for super effective. And Knockoff actually can't really shore up their weaknesses, I think. Yeah, because Ice is weak to Steel, Fire. Actually, no. Ground covers Ice very well. It gets Steel and Fire, 2 of its resists gone. And Ice can cover Ground, not well, but it's okay at covering Ground. Ground can't hit. Oh yeah, no, it hits Flying, which Ground is immune to, which Ground can't hit normally. Yeah, so they actually cover each other fairly well too. So yeah, and it can hit Bug for neutral and Grass super effectively. Yeah, see. So I was actually wrong there. Sometimes you learn something new every single time. Anyways, they cover each other very well as well. So yeah, they cover each other very well. So there's not really a specific move that would just really help them here. But your free choices are Iron Head, Knockoff, Superpower. And this is where I talk about, you already got a rock move, you already got a ground move, you already got an ice move. 90% of the time, you shouldn't get another move of the same type. This is one of those 10% of the times. Ice Shot. It is a priority move, which means it just skips the speed stat and just goes first every time. Of course, it is only +1 priority. There are moves that go first before Ice Shot, with +2, 3, 4, or maybe even 6 priority. So yeah. But Ice Shot is very consistent, and there's very rare moves that are getting above a boosted priority. Most moves are getting +0. So yeah, Ice Shot's actually a really good choice here, and I'm gonna go for it because I don't feel like going for knockoff.
Dude, where's the turtle? I can't even see it.
And then you just click up here, and this is Mouse-Line's 359 attack stat. And with the choice span times 1.5, I bet you can do the math. It's a big number. Alright, let's finish off with some Pokemon that I'm not going to talk too much about. I'm still talk a little bit about it. Keldeo, it's got a useless ability,
Dude, I'm under the
but
bus.
because it's a special attacker, but it's actually really strong special attack. Look at that, 129, and a big base speed is 108. So yeah, you can use any. There's many sets that work with Keldeo. I'm gonna go for the choice spec set today, and I'm gonna go for just a bunch of super strong water moves. Now you might think Focus Blast is definitely his best fighting type move, right? No, it's not. It's really strong, but the thing is, you can see that 70 base accuracy, 78 from 80. Below 80 is the gatekeeper. Below 80 is bad accuracy. But even 80 itself is not very consistent. So yeah,
dude,
try to go with moves above that line, or 100% accuracy. Above the 80 line. But sometimes you do have to go for Focus Blast. So yeah. But Keldeo luckily has Secret Sword, so it doesn't need to do that, which is stronger than Aura Sphere. Aura Sphere has infinite accuracy, meaning it does not check accuracy, it just hits every single time. But Secret Sword's extra base power is really clutch sometimes. So yeah, I'm gonna go for that, and Hydro Pump for big damage. It's got the 80% accuracy. It's not the greatest, but when it hits like a truck.
Whoa.
Icy Wind, Water, and Ice help each other pretty well, but they both can't hit water.
Yeah,
that's where Secret Sword comes in and helps out. But instead of Icy, I go for Icy Wind because it can hit dragons, but you can also go for Air Slash. That also hits grass, but it can't hit dragon. So pick your poison. I'm gonna go for Icy Wind. And hell, you can just go for Icy Wind and Air Slash, but that's just you don't need to do that. You kind of actually just don't. Actually, wait a minute, that might actually be a pretty smart play, because flying also hits some other stuff for pretty good damage. So yeah, sure, I'll go for it, and then yeah, we'll have Keldeo. It's being a really long video, so I'm gonna just continue with the other stuff without talking too much about it. Also, watch your typings to water types, so you don't want any more. That'd be a lot. And overloading is a thing, but we'll talk about that in a later video again, because a lot of stuff to talk about.
Crabby yum yum.
That one is pseudo, it's got good special attack, good attack, it could be a mixed attacker. But we'll talk about mixed later. It's where you mix physical and special moves. Sometimes you have some really strong special moves, and like Draco Meteor, and you want to use them. But your attack is higher, so like, oh no, you can't. No, you can. It's not the most consistent thing ever, but you can. Here, I'm gonna go for a Draco Meteor Hurricane set, and then you can pack on moves such as Earthquake.
How do you get over there?
Stone Edge. Earthquake and Steel Wing. You know, this could be a pretty interesting set. And yeah, this is one of those moments where Smogon's just wrong. You have your stabs are special attacks. You want the attack. You want the special attack. It's not a very good set, but then again, I'm thinking you're a casual player trying to get into this game. If you want a good set, just go for something like Scarf Moxie or Heavy Duty Boots, and then you're gonna go for like Defog to take out them hazards. Steel Wing, Dragon Claw, no, like Steel Wing, Dual Wing Beat, and then Outrage. That's also a pretty good set. It's a bit bulkier, and it mixes all of its attack into offense, meaning it can have a higher physical attack, which is nice, very nice. And a Sizzle. Now, if you don't know what Pokemon's good, you can always just check the viability rankings.
Does it hurt
You can go to Smogon. There's a website called Smogon, and then over there you can go to UU and viability rankings. I'm not going to teach you how to get there because my video is getting really long, but I'll teach you in the next one.
throwing bananas at you?
Technician, always go for Technician. So there is zero reason you should go for any other thing. Do Wing Beat. Technician gives a boost to moves that are 60 base power or less. Do Wing Beat. 40 base power move hits 2 times. So the first hit's going to be 60 base damage, and the second hit's going to be 60 base damage. And 2 hits combined together, it's going to be 120 base damage, which is pretty good. It's going to use U-turn because it doesn't. Oh, it's going to use Bug Bite actually. Because that is, of course, 60 base power, which gets boosted to 90. Bullet Punch, which is boosted to 60. And then it can use whatever else it wants. I'm going to go for Superpower. And yeah, this is my bulky offense kind of team. Oh, I forgot to give a set to this buddy here. We're going to go for Guts. If its status, attack is 1.5. Ignores burn having physical damage. And then I'm going to give it Facade, doubles power if it uses burn, poison, paralysis, which I will be. Rain Punch for healing against that burn timer. Earthquake for damage, and then Ice Punch for, you know, that classic round ice combo. And yeah, that'll be it. A bunch of physical attackers, try not to do what I did here and just go for whatever you want. Maybe think about your physical special. You want a 4-to-2 ratio here. I got a 5-to-1 ratio. Which is a bit scary. Now, in RU and below, it is completely fine to have a 5-to-1 ratio, 5 special attackers to 1 physical attacker. But in UU and OU and Ubers, and UU and above, Chansey and Blissey are the best special walls out there. Special attackers cannot break them. Therefore, if you have to have a 5-to-1 ratio, go for a 5 physical, 1 special ratio.
What are they doing?
Of course, try not to use that because it's not a good ratio. You should go for at least 2 to 4 or maybe 3 to 3. Yeah, but that's about it. Thank you for sitting through this 40-minute slugfest.
Dude, is it
and
only
I'll
us
teach
here?
you more on episode 2.